So I love this equation. I think it was written in one of Robert Kiyosaki's books. It could have been in a different book, but every day the donkey goes for the same carrot. Okay. Meaning, when somebody needs a donkey to move, they dangle a carrot right in front of its face, right? That it cannot physically get with its mouth, right? So it walks to try to get it, walks to try to get it, walks to try to get it. At the end of the day, what does the donkey get? The carrot. But tomorrow there will be a new carrot. Okay. Tomorrow there will be a new thing. Okay. So why am I saying that? Because the majority of our life, we are chasing a damn carrot. Every single one of us, as women in our bodies, we are chasing the carrot. Okay. If we could rewind and literally look at 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, 2010s to now 2020s of what a woman was supposed to look like and the diet she followed to look like that, we might see a very similar woman, okay? Because if you think about it, most women who are the poster board for some sort of weight loss workout program are skinny, right? They are naturally skinny. When you saw them and they were little, they were skinny. When you saw them and they were in their teens, they were skinny. And however old they are now, they are still on the skinny end. Now, why do I point that out? Because we have yet to have some sort of big, huge company come in where the woman has just been healthfully happy with her body her entire life, right? She was average, right? So I want you to even think about like the scale of like, oh my gosh, like standardized testing, right? Okay. The majority of people are average, right? Like that's why we have the average here because the really smart people wind up here. The really dumb people wind up here according to the standardized test and whoever makes the test and whoever says these are the things you're supposed to know at this age, right? Whoever they are. And I'm using this loosely because the same people who have stated that are the same people who have stated that this is the way we look. Okay. This is the thing. This is the thing that needs to be. Okay. That is the standards that we have had set up for us. Okay. Now, if we were to think back to the 1980s, I really don't remember what a diet was back then unless it was low calorie, low carb. Okay. I know that low calorie, low fat was definitely the 90s. Okay. And then come the 2000s, they really changed that into more of like the Atkins, South Beach kind of stuff. And then the 2010s became the really big keto craze and all that. And now we're in this, 2020 where it's like, weight loss drugs are the key, right? Like it doesn't mean you can't do something else, but the key is the weight loss drug. Okay. And it's any of these things, and they're getting bigger and more complicated and more all of the different things, right? And so, why am I saying that? Because if you were to still go look at the poster child for the thing, it is someone with what we deem the perfect body by whoever the gods are that determined that this was the perfect body. Okay. So I'm pointing this out to say that we've been fed this our whole lives. Okay. It is written in us. Now we bring in epigenetics. It was written in our moms. It was written in our grandmothers. It was written, right? This was always the thing for really the past 3 generations, maybe 4. Okay. Right. But prior to that, a little bit longer than that, sometimes it was like you were rich if you were bigger, right? Because you could afford more food, right? Okay. So at some point that was the thing, right? It was okay for those kinds of things, right? So what is it that you want? Okay. And I like how each one of you got back to this. What is it that I want? And you used your brain to work in the way that you desired it to work. So as one of the main keys here in our Have It All Mastermind, I say it over and over and over. You have to define what you want. Okay. Now, you cannot define what you want loosely, meaning you can't be like, I want to be skinny. What the F is that? Okay. What the F is I want to be skinny? Okay. Does I want to be skinny mean you want to be like Carol Carpenter skinny? Isn't that her name? Carpenter, the one that died of anorexia? I don't remember her first name. I think it was Carol Carpenter. Could be wrong. But she was in the Carpenters group. Anyways, do you want to be like to bring in a beach body, somebody like Autumn Calabrese skinny, to bring in like a star right now skinny? Think back of like what's her name? Kaylee, I think is her name, or Haley from The Big Bang Theory. Like if you just look at the picture of when she started to now, like she doesn't look the same. She was definitely skinny. She still would be classified as skinny, but if you asked her, she'd probably point out that she's two different types of skinny. Same with Jennifer Aniston, same with Courtney Cox, right? They are not, if you look at them back in the time the show started to the time the show ended, or even to now, there is a considerable difference, right? But we are all still comparing ourselves here, right? We're still going towards that carrot. We're still watching this dangle in our brain and wanting this thing, okay? So we have to stop chasing the carrot. To do so, the definition has to be really specific. I just noticed that's crooked, driving me crazy a little. Anyways, okay, we're gonna let it be and be crooked there, okay? So what is it that you want? Getting absolutely clear is the key, okay? I don't care if that is a certain weight, if it's a certain size or what, okay? I don't care if it's the way you want to feel every morning. I like to view it from all aspects of my day, okay? When I think about what it is I really want with my body, I think about it from all aspects of my day. I want to wake up and I want to wake up in a calm, happy, grateful space. I'm grateful I am here. I am happy it's another day. I'm ready to take on the day. Now, that's not always going to happen. I am going to have that day where I'm tired and I'm like, I just really want to sleep some more. And depending on the day, I will be able to. And depending on the day, I won't be able to. Okay. It's not saying every day will be perfect. But if you say to yourself daily, I wake up in gratitude, I wake up happy, I wake up grateful to be here, even on days that I'm tired, even on days that I feel groggier. That will be what you see. Okay. We know that this is possible because the moment you decide, I want to go buy a Honda Pilot, all you see on the road is Honda Pilots. Okay. If you guys are walking down the beach, because we talked about this earlier, if you're walking down a beach and you're looking for seashells, Aggie, and Sarah's looking for a red rock, okay, Sarah will have a ton of red rocks, and she probably won't even see the seashells. And you will have a bunch of seashells without rocks, right? Why? Because we're conditioning our mind to look for that. Okay. So why do you say these things? Because you want to condition the mind what to look for. We are still in a world, in a society that the world is conditioning us to still look skinny. So we have to push that out. And how do you do that? By definition of yourself. Okay, by definition of who you are. And every time somebody brings up, oh, I did this for weight loss, or oh, I look so good, or oh, whatever, every time they do it, in your mind, you need a protection mechanism. Okay. And you need something that goes up in your brain, like, I want you to think about like a little kid TV show, where like the Spidey watch goes off or the little alarm goes off, and it's like, alert, 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 right? Like imagine this stupid little thing because you have no other connection but a happy, funny thing, okay? Of like, there's an alarm going off in my head of like BS